As president of the Texas Schools Public Relations Association, it is my distinct privilege and honor to introduce you to the recipient of the 2020 TSPRA Key Communicator Award. Since 1981, TSPRA has recognized a key communicator for outstanding contributions to public education through effective communications. This year's winner has dedicated his career to shining the spotlight on education news in Texas. He is a product of Texas Public Schools in the Rio Grande Valley and is the son of a San Benito ISD trustee. Soon after graduating from Southwestern University in Georgetown, Andy Welch began a decades-long career as a state capitol reporter, providing daily news coverage to newspapers and radio stations across Texas. He would also lead communication efforts for Texas Agricultural Commissioner Jim Hightower and later State Comptroller John Sharp. In 1998, he accepted what he would call the hardest job he would ever have as communications director for Austin ISD. His first assignments were to coordinate a district realignment of all campus attendance boundaries and the recruitment and hiring of Superintendent Pat Forgione, who remained at the helm of the 80,000 student district for 10 years. After spending 10 years with Austin ISD, Andy Welch retired, and TSPRA's executive director, Lindsay Snyder, quickly contracted with him as an in-house journalist to pen our EduLedge newsletter. EduLedge quickly became an important benefit for our members who look forward to finding the newsletter in their inbox. I know that for me personally, I always find myself saying, I didn't know that when I read Andy's EduLedge. There's always news impacting the world of education, and EduLedge keeps us in the know on issues of importance. Now in its 8th year, Andy estimates that he has written over 850 editions of EduLedge. Andy and his wife Lisa now live in Georgetown, and when he's not writing EduLedge, Andy enjoys gardening and playing the piano. They have 2 married sons and a precocious 5-year-old grandson. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the 2020 TSPRA Key Communicator Award, Mr. Andy Welch. Presenting the award today is Lindsay Snyder, TSPRA Executive Director.
Well, thank you, Veronica, and thank you, Lindsay, and thank you, TSPRA, for this incredible award, and to TASA and TASB for providing me with this recognition. When TSPRA Awards Chair Tracy Marlin of Midway first informed me that I had been chosen as Key Communicator for 2020, I was speechless. And I'm still having a really hard time fathoming that I'm this year's recipient, especially when you consider that the most recent honorees are true champions of public education. Charles Butt, Reverend Charles Foster Johnson, Chairman Dan Huberty, National Teacher of the Year Shanna Peoples, former Chairman Jimmy Don Aycock, and Pascal Gonzalez, who as Communication Director at Northside basically wrote the book on school PR. EduLedge is a true labor of love for me. Like everybody else associated with public education, the work that your school district's public relations and community relations folks carry out has become a 24/7 occupation. I view my role through EduLedge as a way to help keep them better informed of the critical issues that are emerging through the Texas legislature, Congress, the courts, and in other schools around the state and nation, so that they can do a better job of serving you and your school district. I want to thank TSPRA Executive Director Lindsay Snyder for giving me the opportunity to write EduLedge, and to both Tracy Seed and Janet Kroc of the TSPRA staff for all their proofreading and formatting, and making sure that each edition is delivered to members in a timely manner. And finally, if your school district is not yet affiliated with TSPRA, let me encourage you to do so. The small cost of membership will be repaid a dozen times over with the knowledge and professional support that your district receives. I promise you. So thank you again, TASA and TASB. And here's hoping that the 2021 half of this school year is much better for us all.